beard this. It's your college football preview week
7.
Welcome back. It's sorry for this angle. This is kind of how we're doing things now.
Somehow we get less and less production value each week.
Well, hey, we have lighting, okay?
There you go.
Yeah, we have lighting.
We do have that golden hour lighting.
Look at that sheen of my hair. Man, I was at work today and I was playing with this remote controlled webcam and I saw the back of my hair and I was like, okay, I might need a haircut.
The back of your head is ridiculous.
Yeah, I was hoping for Kurt.
I'm getting a haircut this week too. It's getting a little out of control.
I mean, I was aiming for Kurt Russell, but I'm nowhere close. So
you could be his son, who's in that show. Lodge 49 or whatever it is.
Oh,
yeah.
I don't know. I'd rather
Wyatt Russell.
I'd rather watch the guest book. I would actually. I'd like to check that out. Looks funny.
Yeah. Anyways, week 7 and week 6 we had
some good ones.
We had some good ones. Some like minor chaos.
Yeah.
Some upsets. Some like near upsets. Some fights.
Some fights.
I don't know if I fought somebody. I don't know.
Yeah. Eamon fought somebody.
Yeah, I beat up half of Berkeley.
Yeah. Texas is back. As we said last week, we can. So we'll say it now this week to back ourselves up. All capitals, BACK.
Mm-hmm.
Texas is back. They beat shithouse Oklahoma, so they won't be in
the
the playoffs.
That was the game of the year. That was outstanding.
I didn't get to catch a single bit of it.
Kyler Murray put on a show. He almost single-handedly brought them back from a huge deficit. He did bring them back from a huge deficit to tie, and then
I heard he couldn't even watch the field goal because it's just like when you bring a team back.
Yeah, he brought them back to tie, and then Texas had like, I don't know, a minute and a half left, and they went down the field, and their freshman kicker, Dicker the Kicker, as he's known, because his name is Dicker, and they were showing this guy on the sideline, like as Texas was moving down the field, and he's just like laughing and smiling, and I'm like, wow, this kid's like, he's a freshman, he's got like ice water in his veins, so he wants this.
Yes.
Because
that is what you want.
Because he knew he was going to get laid make that
yeah.
kick.
Oh yeah,
Absolutely.
that is not what Crosby was feeling like on Sunday.
Not at all.
Thanks, Crosby. You cost me a lot of points. You probably cost me my potential win. So, and you cost Green Bay's win. No hard feelings, buddy. Getting back to the game at hand. Mm-hmm. What else did we have? We had Miami in a tight one with FSU.
Miami just held
Rivalry
on.
games are always tight.
LSU went down to the swamp and lost to Florida. I saw that Levitard show were saying, did you know that Ed Orgeron could go to a swamp and not come out the winner? Because he's a swamp thing.
Yes, he's a swamp thing. He is definitely a swamp thing. I would expect to run it. Like, I'd be out there on my skip boat, fishing away, and Orgeron would be like, hey,
he would
you want to give me a catfish?
Poke his head out of the water and say, go Tigers.
Yeah, go Tigers. You got a catfish for me? I'd be like, no, Ed, I don't have a catfish
no, Ed,
for you.
For the last time, Ed.
Yeah, I'm not giving you a catfish or any bait, okay? The bait is mine, the catfish is mine. I caught the catfish, so kiss my nuts.
So that ended a potential LSU magical season, or at least in their championship run. I still think they've got a shot against Bama.
I mean,
I can't say that about many teams.
What Samsung, get your shit together. Okay. I don't root for Florida, ever.
Sure.
But I root for the SEC to destroy themselves.
Mm-hmm.
And that is what happened. And that was good. So,
and Auburn also got just pounded by Mississippi State of all teams.
I am sorry, Auburn fans.
Only scored 9 points.
That
is crazy.
Sad. I mean, what happened? It's Mississippi State. They're not even ranked.
Yeah, honestly.
I mean,
That's crazy.
I hate to pound it on you, but that was dumb.
What else did we have? Stanford lost to Utah.
Oh my God! We didn't even call that one.
Boy, when Stanford starts losing, they don't stop losing.
No, yeah,
they really start losing.
My dad called that one right after kickoff. He's like, "They're losing this game." I'm like, "Dad, Utah couldn't even beat Washington at home. What makes you think they're going to beat Stanford on the road?"
And it was not, and it was convincing. It was a convincing beatdown.
Yeah, I mean, my dad's been at Stanford for full my dad has worked at Stanford for 18 years, so he tends to have like a gut feeling when they're going to be bad.
He feels it in the wind.
He does feel it in the wind, and usually he's right. And this time he was very right, and I had no idea that Utah was going to beat them. Let alone beat them, but beat them by that much. They had no chance. On the flip side, we had Cal. We didn't even preview that game because that was a game. Did we preview that game? We didn't preview that game. That was a game Cal was supposed to win.
It's a must win.
Arizona sucks.
You got to beat the bad teams in your schedule.
Absolutely.
Arizona's not good. Now it's starting to look like. Cal's they've got a great defense.
Well, I'm starting to see. I'm starting to worry.
They got no quarterback.
Yeah, and I'm starting to worry here that we have a coaching situation with the quarterback. Because he didn't switch. He could have switched to Garbers. He could have switched to Bowers.
Yeah.
But he left McElwain in for the whole game. And maybe it's because he was willing to take the loss and teach McElwain something. Because every freshman quarterback has to have that game.
Maybe he thought that McElwain's style of being the running quarterback would go better against the Arizona defense. I don't know.
I don't think so because you can play the whole game ready for him.
Sure.
I think he's a certain downs quarterback. I think when we play Stanford, I think we have to start Bowers or Garbers. And then put McElwain in.
Where even is Bowers? Is he still alive?
Bowers is dead.
That's sad.
I'm just kidding. Bowers is probably taking PS3 like I took at Cal and suffering.
Gotta get him back out there. He didn't look great in the first game, but come on, give him another shot.
I'm absolutely for giving him another shot at this point. So that's me and Eamon's Cal tangent. What other games did we have last weekend?
Yeah, that's about it.
I think that was it. God, we're already 6 minutes in. Where does the time go, dude?
I think we spent half a minute talking about your job today. But let's burn through it.
I barely talked about it. I checked from the back of my head with a webcam.
Oh, that's right. That's what we were talking about.
Yeah, I almost got fired, but hey. We're back in business, baby. Suck my nuts. You'll still have this show, even if I do get fired, so fuck you.
I might just host it myself.
No, I'll host it with you. I will never leave. Eamon wants me gone, but I'll be here. Even if Mina Kimes comes to replace me, I will still be here.
I don't know about that, man.
Okay, I probably won't be here. I'll be filming. I'll be standing quietly with the camera. Okay, Mina, whatever you say.
And I'll be like, Mina, I know you're a Seahawks fan, but I can get past that.
Yeah, we can all get past that. My doctor's a Seahawks fan, and she's smoking. Moving on from that tangent, that was mildly
Let's
interesting.
talk about other hot Seahawks fans we know. That's it.
We're going to Thursday, baby.
Yeah.
That's tomorrow, because this is Wednesday. We have Texas Tech at Texas Christian University.
This is the most Texas thing you'll see since that anti-Ted Cruz video with
that was really good.
Old Texas man in it.
Yeah.
Best thing I've seen all week.
Yeah. So this game's at 4:30, but I don't care what your political affiliation is. Ted Cruz is a goober. I think we all know that. Yeah.
Fuck that spineless jag.
You don't let another man insult your wife. That's a fact.
And just fuck him on general principle.
Well, yeah, that too. But I'm trying to stay nonpartisan here. You're less than a human being.
Yes.
If you allow a man to accuse your father of being complicit in the Kennedy assassination and then also insult your wife. Yeah. It's like the guy in the video says, you got to take Donald out back and beat him up. So moving on from that, I believe TCU will not scrape out in this game.
Well, I didn't realize that their offense is actually pretty average. I was like, okay, this will be another barn burner, but they're not anywhere close to the yardage that TTECH can put up. Although a few teams are.
This is not a game where TTEC's going to put up, they may put up 50. This is not a game where it's going to be 50-45.
No, I don't think so. I think the over-under was like 63 or something, so I would imagine it'll be about a 38-35 game or something like that.
Yeah, I mean, that's
still a good one.
That's if TCU's defense can hold them.
Still a good one. This is a pretty great game for Thursday, so I'd give that 4 stars.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to be neither of these teams will have a rank again.
4 stars only relative to it being on a Thursday.
I'll give it 3.5.
Okay.
All right. Kicking it to Saturday. Watch the Dodgers on Friday. Go Milwaukee.
Catch an L.
Yeah. Brewers, baby.
Yeah, Brew Crew.
Brewers. God, this is going to be a long video. Let's try to power through. Saturday. Sleep in, baby.
Yes.
You don't have a game till 12:30. a good game at least.
Then we're going up to the Pacific Northwest.
We've got number 7, University of Washington, who almost fucking lost to UCLA.
That was a close one, man. I'm like, what are you doing?
Oh
what
my
are you doing,
God.
Huskies?
At number 17, Oregon. I mean, that just shows how bad Washington is. They have no business at 7. I mean, I hate to say it, but
I think this is gonna be a close one, man. I mean,
it will be a close one. I think Oregon's gonna win.
Oregon's good. Like,
Yeah.
I maintain it, even though they lost to Stanford. They choked against Stanford, and then they beat Cal, but Cal was in that game most of the way.
Cal was in that game all the way. The North is not easy this year. No. I think we all know that. It's obviously the Pac-12.
And Autzen is a really tough place to play on the road.
Yeah.
As we've seen. So, yeah, this will be a good one. I give it 4 stars.
I'm going to give this one... I'm going to give it 4.5. Crazy. We move on to another time called 12:30. It's the same exact time. You have 3 games starting at the same time. I'm sorry. Pick wisely.
Oh, buddy.
Whoa. We have number 2, Georgia.
Mm-hmm.
At number 13, LSU.
So, yeah, LSU took one on the chin last week.
Hard one.
We talked about. So they probably don't have a shot at the playoff anymore, but
they still have more talent in on that team than Ed Ogeron has in his cleft chin, and
makes sense.
That is something that is important, I think.
And I still think this is an LSU team that thrives on chaos, and if they can pull one out against Georgia, I mean, that's going to throw the whole SEC and the playoff picture into just disarray, man.
That would be, I mean, I don't want 2 SEC teams in the playoff again, even if Alabama does roll and someone else rolls their opponent in the semifinal. We're going to have bad semifinal games this year. That's just a fact of life. I apologize in advance.
I mean, we all know it's going to end up being Bama and Clemson in the final anyway, so...
I mean, I'm not sold on that yet. I could see us having Georgia and Alabama again, but they have to win this game.
Sure.
Georgia loses this game, it's over. LSU still has a ton of talent, as I just mentioned, cleft chin and all that shit. Georgia has that quarterback whose name I keep forgetting because he's just some fucking white guy.
Fromm.
And
he's good, though. He's really good.
Yeah, but all LSU has to do, and it's like, you got to just lock Ed Ogeron in the janitor's closet and come up with the game plan yourself at this point. You just have to get to the quarterback. It's not, there's no 2 ways about this. Get to the... That's an interesting Facebook message I just got. Just get to the quarterback because Georgia doesn't really have a running game.
No, I don't think so.
Yeah. Anyway, moving on from that.
That's 4 stars? 4.5? 4.5.
I'll give it 4. I'm going to give it 4. I'm worried Georgia will roll LSU. There's still a chance of that. I should even give it less, but I'm going to stick with 4. We're moving on to another 12:30 game. We have number 10, UCF and Memphis. This is a game that the journalists, I should say, those damn media people, god damn it, they are trumping this game up. I've been trying to find evidence that Mackenzie Milton is injured, and
I think you might have just dreamt that, man. I think that you might have just had a fever dream.
I may have had a fever dream. I had a couple. Man, it was a hot weekend here.
John was concerned for his employment status going forward. So he was pounding drinks pretty hard.
I won't lie. I was pretty drunk some of these nights, but
anyways,
I still think I actually read that. But I can't find any trace of it, so I don't know.
So UCF still got their Heisman hopeful quarterback, and Memphis, I was surprised to see is 4-2. They'll be playing this game at home.
They have a couple
losses. They
losses.
haven't really played anybody other than tougher than like Navy.
Yeah. There's some losses that are stupid.
But I think this is a pretty close line on this one, and I'm always sort of half rooting for Memphis in big games so I can sing the Mark Cohn song.
UCF for life, baby. 4.5 in favor of UCF. I don't know if it should be that low, but maybe flip this one on if the other 2 games get boring. I don't know. I think you're probably not going to find the Oregon-Washington game to be boring, but there are these things called commercial breaks, and you are allowed to change the channel.
There you go.
Moving on.
3 stars or 3.5.
3.5 for me too. I'm gonna match you on that one. Moving on to 4:30 p.m. Those other games should be over by then. You can take a snack break and then cruise into this one. 15 Wisconsin at number 12 Michigan. Shea Patterson seems to have figured things out.
He's good, man. I mean, he's not like great, but he's probably the best quarterback that Harbaugh's had there at Michigan.
Oh, absolutely, hands down. I mean, he hasn't turned the ball over like Spade could.
Yeah, this is a couple good but overrated Big Ten teams, which always makes for a fun show.
After the video, we have to check if Spates started for UCLA against Washington.
Okay, we'll double check on that.
Yeah, because I don't know if he did. Because if he did, then it's a miracle they were that close.
But yeah, Wisconsin.
They had a bad loss.
Yeah,
and that's why they're at 15.
But this is easily the biggest game they've played. Michigan, this is the biggest game they've played since Notre Dame in Week 1. So
yes, sir.
2 teams that should be fired up. I'm sure Harbaugh will do something crazy on the sideline, like eat a kettlebell or something. I don't know.
I mean they're playing in Michigan's fake ass copy of the Rose
Bowl. He'll tear open a big styrofoam foam finger and just start throwing it at people. I mean, that's normal Harbaugh shit.
That's possible. I mean, that feels like something more John Gruden would do, but I don't know.
Anyways, I give this one 4 stars.
Yeah, I'm gonna give it 4.
Was that a cat?
I don't know. That was not a cat. I think Wisconsin has a time to bounce back, and I think that time is now. And let's do it.
Cool.
Moving on to 7:30 p.m. We have a bizarre Vegas line here. Somebody in Vegas who must have some pretty heavy weight on these lines must have gone to USC. We have number 19 Colorado at USC 7:30.
Jesus, John's dying here. Dying on our video.
God damn it!
Yeah,
there we go. 7:30 p.m.
Yeah, so USC is favored by 7.5 in this game, which
doesn't make sense.
Seems a little bizarre.
Yeah, I don't understand.
I think it's actually Clay Helton's brother, Trey Helton, who works in Vegas.
This is very possible because at the end of the day, let me remind you of one fucking thing. Colorado is 5-0. Okay,
they're good.
They're good. What's his name? Montez. He's having. It's an every other year thing for him. So he is good again this year. He'll be bad next year, and then good again in his final year.
USC hasn't shown us anything to merit being favored against
everybody
an
just
undefeated
assumes,
team, even at home. They're an average team this year.
People assume they have talent because they're USC. They don't this year.
They're an average team.
Yes, that's been true other years. They do not have talent this year. We will beat them if we're going to play them. I don't think we are.
We're playing them at USC.
Then fuck that.
I don't like our chances this year.
Yeah, I remember last year we played them in September, and I was able to.
We should have won.
We should have
won that one.
Yeah.
Anyways,
I think Colorado's going to win this, but
I think they are too. I want them to go. I want them to run the table.
Yeah.
I want to see
the Pac-12,
which would unfortunately mean they would also beat Cal. But
Pac-12 is not good this year. We're not going to the playoffs.
The Pac-12 just started eating itself this year.
Yeah, but I want
it happens.
I want something to happen.
I want Colorado to
be undefeated.
Get in there and cause some mayhem.
That would be fucking nuts. Don't want them in the playoff because they get creamed in the first round. But
yeah,
I'm gonna give this 1-4 even.
3.5.
No faith in USC or no faith in Colorado.
No faith in USC.
Woo!
I think they're gonna.
Amen.
I think they're gonna crap the bed.
I like it. I think they're gonna crap the bed too, but I think it's gonna be glorious. I mean, it's gonna be glorious either way.
Sure.
Yeah. So that has been your college football preview. We talked fast and we still made it 20 minutes. So I don't know how to solve this problem.
I mean, probably all the fumes we're inhaling in there. Probably has something to do with it.
At this point, we're on pace to be like a 30-minute block TV show. 10 minutes of commercials.
FS1, hit us up.
Yeah, I mean, come on, you guys are on the move.
Get you better ratings than Chris Carter and Nick what's-his-face. Nick Wrong.
Yeah, exactly. I've already got an in with you people at FS1. I provided your internet when you cover NHRA at the Sonoma Nationals.
There you go.
So,
This face TV, come on.
Hook us up. I'll cut my hair. This has been your college football preview for week 7. That's Eamon. What's your shirt say?
Van Morrison.
Van Morrison.
Belfast.
Oh yeah, I've heard of that guy.
Yeah, he's okay.
He's pretty.
No, he's great.
He's a babe, and I'm John, not a babe. Catch you next time. Keep it lit.